So, how y'all? We're in the RV tonight. Dina is went to do something in the other room, and I've got to cut her mic on so she'll be able to speak when she's. I wonder what can't unmute your guests. It says you'll have to unmute yourself, Dina.
When I'm spoken to?
Huh? Tells me I can't unmute you for some reason.
Speak when I'm spoken to?
They choose to
How do I
mute
do that?
themselves. You have to unmute yourself.
I don't know how to unmute myself.
Click on the little microphone with an X in it.
See, they can hear me. We're delayed again.
What? We're delayed? Not but a couple of seconds. So I'm hooked to yours. I'm gonna have to unhook yours.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop.
Hold on just a minute, y'all.
Why are you?
I'm. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get off yours and just hook to mine.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, I'm hooked to mine now. Yeah. Okay. I hear it good now.
There's
All right. Huh? What?
There's an echo.
Well, hold on just a minute, and I'll see if I can do something about that. Says I got echo cancellation on. Says I got echo cancellation on.
How do I turn it on?
You can't, I don't think. I don't know. Hold on, guys. Go over here to.
Y'all, we're sorry.
Hold on a second.
Haven't
Get
you?
that. Go over there with your mic. I mean, with your. Go up to audio. Echo cancellation. See that? Wait, now. Does it still echo?
It's echoing.
I don't understand. Click on the echo cancellation.
Now there's no echo.
Yeah, there is.
Not on my end.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe we'll get it. Anyway, I hope everybody's in good shape. I have got an echo. So hold on just a minute. I don't understand what the big deal is here.
Thanks, Mac. Mac can hear us both.
Okay. Let me see if. Okay, I think I see the problem is. Now see if it is. Now I think it's all right.
I'm okay.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, great.
What? What is it?
Maggie, get over here. Come here.
Oh, Maggie's across the road. That's not a good thing. She is not a good thing. She probably chased something across the road.
Come here.
Come
here.
Yeah.
Come here. You do not chase dogs. Come here. Okay, you got her? Take her in. Use the red one.
Oh boy, isn't that something?
I'll take her in here. It's okay, Mike. Thank you. At least she didn't get hit.
She's all excited because.
Okay. Dana, we can hear everything you said.
I'm sorry. Well, at least you know I'm not a cussing woman.
Okay. I don't know what the deal is. I think I don't have my other mic plugged in right. I do have echo, and I think we're so close to each other. And what I was trying to do. Hold on just 1 second. And
All right, let's do this. Let me turn this.
hold on just a minute. No, hold on. Don't turn anything off yet. Don't turn anything off.
Echoing again.
Huh?
It's echoing again, Aaron says.
Okay, hold on. Now is it really echoing? Yeah. Okay, let me repeat that again.
Let me take these. Let me turn these off and just see.
No, you turn yours on. I'll turn mine off just for a second.
Look, I've got mine off. No, turn them off. I don't have to turn them off.
Okay. You put yours on.
What did I just say?
Put yours on. And then I'll reestablish mine. Okay. You should be okay.
No. Okay.
Okay, you just
Volume is low. Echo. Low echo. Okay.
I don't know. We're having a real bad echo. I think it's not in the headphones. It's in the mic on here. Where's that other microphone? Where's the other microphone? The microphone we use, and I took it out. Where's it at?
Up there somewhere. Oh.
No, it's not here. Keep yours on. Just
No.
Dana, keep them on now. I'm gonna take care of it.
This is enough to make my hair go frazzle. Frazzle, 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 frazzle.
Okay. Oh, this okay.
Nope. Turn this off.
Just a minute. Just 1 second. It's not the headphones, I tell you. Okay. Has it got a echo now?
Yes.
Hello? Now has it got? It doesn't have it now. Put your earphones on now.
Oh my gosh.
We got a minute on here for. All right. Let me see if I can get my earphones on here. Uh-oh.
Talk.
Hold on just a minute. Looking for devices. We're gonna get there. We're getting there. It's not recognizing anything right now. Huh. Okay. It's got the microphone on here. It's got the. Okay. Well, for whatever reason, I have done something wrong. You can hear it now, Tina? Can you hear my mic? You can't hear me?
Yeah, barely because I turned you down.
Okay, turn it up so that it doesn't. It's showing me that I don't have any volume. Okay, do y'all go to your narrative so let everybody tell you if they can hear me or
Thumbs
not.
up. Thumb up the volume.
Huh?
Bump up the volume.
Bump up the volume. I can't. I don't know why it's not showing my Bluetooth at all. This will be great.
They can hear me. Okay, will you do me a favor? Will you turn these off and just see?
Then you need to try. I'm trying to solve the problem. Please leave them on. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead. If y'all can hear me at all, can y'all hear me at all? Let them tell me if they can hear me, Dana.
You're echoing. You're echoing.
I'm echoing?
Yep.
Still?
Well, you did over here.
Can you hear me now? Can they hear me, Dana? Can you please tell me?
Julie says, "What in the world have I gotten you into?"
No, that's not the. It's not these. It's not the problem. It's the microphone.
I can hear you, they said, but you have an echo.
It's not the earphones. I can tell you that. It's the.
Sandra said, "I can hear you."
Okay, let me just go ahead and I will. I will see if I can solve the problem. Okay. What I want to talk about tonight and to see if that will solve the problem. If I still have an echo. Do I still have an echo? But see, I turn these off. I know it's not the earphones. It's the mic. It's the whatever it is. It's not that. Let's see. It's not the earphones at all. I can tell you that right now. Now, see if I still have an echo.
Well, I can't hear you.
Huh?
I can't hear you. No, stop. I'm going to do
No.
This is what I'm going to do.
Now, go over there and see if they'll pair it up. All right, look. We've been on here 14 minutes, and I've been talking about my hearing. So, I'm going to tell you about a little bit of stuff. As long as y'all can hear me, if you let Dana know you can hear me good. This is that case that the Escambia County, the girl was, the guy tried to kidnap this little girl. And she said that she used slime to, she slimed this guy. I don't know how she slimed him, but it's an 11-year-old Escambia County girl, quick thinking and watching Law and Order and Special Victims Unit help deputies identify and arrest this kidnapper just hours after the attack. The daughter is doing well after a man tried to kidnap her at the bus stop. So she was waiting on a bus. Old Quarryfield Road and Perdita Street, excuse me, Tuesday morning.
I've been on that road.
Viral video has since been, was captured. And this shows her right there, a little closer look. She slimed him, is what they said. Alicia's quick thinking used a blue slime during the incident, helped deputies identify Staga as the suspect. We watched the show Law and Order Victims Unit. Amber Bonnell said Wednesday night, one thing they always talking about is if they would have left evidence. So Alisa said she was mindful of this terrifying moment Tuesday morning. She used blue slime that she was playing with
to her advantage. She told me that at that moment, since she had the slime all over her, she thought, hey, I'll just put it on him. Maybe if I do get taken, this will help the police find me. Wow, she was a brave little girl. Brave little girl. And this is him. They got him in a bulletproof vest. Wonder why. After identifying Saga's license plate earlier Tuesday following the incident, deputies were surveying his Betty Road home Tuesday evening when he arrived home from work. While questioning him, investigators noticed blue slime smear on his left arm, identical to the substance Elise had at the bus stop. The evidence was sufficient in assuring deputies that they had the right guy. Wow. The victim at the time of the incident, attempted abduction, was playing with blue slime. The Escambia County Sheriff Chip Simpson said to the news conference Wednesday. The subject, when we caught him, had blue slime all over his arms. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And shows here said, I'm not sure if she's actually comprehends what could have happened. She fought like a trooper. That's great. She returned to school on Wednesday after insisting she wanted to go. She had 4 people waiting for her at the bus stop today. Now I won't let her out of my sight at all. That's what her mother said. I don't blame her.
Beachcomb says, hey, you monster, you've been slimed.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, tonight we are going to cover a very interesting case that I remember it coming out. I remember when this came out, and I always thought when I was in law enforcement, man, I wish I could solve this case. It would be great. This is the disappearance of Tara Calico. And if you look, this is a picture of hers on the right. Her mother has identified her as the girl in the picture on the left. This picture on the left was a Polaroid that was found in Port St. Joe, Florida, right where a van, a cargo van, I think it was a Toyota cargo van, had been parked. And they in looking at this picture by several people, like I think they submitted it to NASA, the FBI, Scotland Yard, a bunch of people to try to find out any kind of details they could find out about the picture. It appears to be 2 people that are bound by tape, possibly behind their back and their mouth. And they thought that they had identified the little boy as an 11-year-old boy that was kidnapped also. But since then, that child has been found dead, and they're not sure if they're the same child or not.
Oh, God.
But the girl has never been found as of yet. And we're going to go into that case a little bit here.
This is some of them pedophiles that we've been talking about.
Yeah. This came out of Wikipedia, and they're pretty good. And I have another article, too. It says, Tara Calico, born February 28, 1969, is an American woman who disappeared, and he was actually an American child. I think I'll have to see the exact date. I don't remember how old she was at the time of her disappearance. But who disappeared near her home in Belen, New Mexico on September of 1988. So she would be 19 when she disappeared. Yeah, I think so. She is widely believed to have been kidnapped. In July 1989, a Polaroid photo of an unidentified woman and a boy Gag, seemingly bound, was televised to the public after it was found at a convenience store parking lot in Port St. Joe, Florida. Family friends thought the woman resembled Calico and contacted her mother, who then met with investigators, examined the Polaroid. She believed it was her daughter after taking time and growth and lack of makeup into consideration, and noted that a scar on the woman's leg was identified uh, to one of the same type, identical to what Calico had. Scotland Yard analyzed the photo and concluded the woman was Calico, but a second analyzation of it at Los Alamos Laboratory disagreed. The FBI analysis was inconclusive. You could have it. I thought Los Alamos was a nuclear facility. I didn't know they had to do anything with photos. Calico's case received extensive coverage on television programs such as Current Affair, Unsolved Mysteries, America's Most Wanted. It was also profiled on Oprah Winfrey, 48 Hours, and in 2021, no arrests have been made and the case remains open. They said that the disappearance was this: on Tuesday, September the 20th, 1988, Calico left her home about 9:30 a.m. on her daily bike ride. There's another one, that disappearance. New Mexico State Road 47. She rode the route almost every day, every morning, and was sometimes accompanied by her mother, Patty Dole. However, Dole stopped riding with Calico after she felt that she had been stalked by a motorist. Why in the world should she let her daughter go by herself if she felt she'd been stalked by a motorist?
That's what I was wondering.
That's kind of crazy. She advised her daughter to think about carrying mace, but Calico rejected the idea. On the morning of Calico's disappearance, she had told Dole to come and get her if she was not home by noon, as she had plans to play tennis with her boyfriend at 12:30. When the daughter did not return, Dole went searching for her along Calico's usual bike route, but could not find her. She then contacted police. Pieces of Calico's Sony Walkman and cassette tape were later discovered along the road. She believes that she might have dropped them in an attempt to mark her trail. Several people saw her Calico riding her bike, which has never been found. No one witnessed her presumed abduction, although several witnesses observed a light-colored pickup truck, possibly a 1953 Ford, with a camper shell closely behind her.
Was that a picture of Tara or not?
What?
Was it a picture of Tara or not?
They're saying that people believe that it is. The FBI said they couldn't conclude it. Her mother says that it was her.
It's got a scar on her.
Her mother says it's her. Scotland Yard says it's her.
They said that she had a scar on her
Identical.
leg that matched identical. I don't understand. If her mother thought that her mother was being stalked by a motorist, why in the world would you let? I'd have said, honey, come on, go riding with us.
I don't understand that either. Plus, here's the thing, and I know it's easier to, nowadays you just use your phone to track them, but you call me paranoid, but even when we lived up here all this time, when we would go to work, we would always go one way, and then the next day or a couple days after, I say, no, go this way. I just didn't want anybody to set up and discover a pattern that the way we go all the time. If you go to work every single day the same way, you go in, say at 9, and you get there at 9:15, and you go the same way, and you go the same way home, the whole way home, then you get to set a pattern where people can ambush you. And I remember when I was in law enforcement, when I was in narcotics, I always took I could go a short way to the house, and it was about 8 miles to my house. I could go the beach way, and it was about 12 miles. But I switched it up. I go to the beach one day, and I'd maybe go the next day, and then I'd switch it to the other way, or I'd go even a further way, because I did not want to show or get to be in a habit where people could then ambush me.
But now tell them about what happened to us when Mindy was about 18 months old and we went to Walmart on a whim.
Yeah, I was working at a larger city in North Alabama, actually Huntsville PD.
Undercover drugs.
I was working narcotics. I was undercover, but I could buy a week. The city was so big that you could actually work undercover on one side and then be a search warrant the next day in another side. And we were just on a whim, decided let's stop here at Walmart. We went in and
we needed diapers.
Went in to buy diapers, and somebody came on a loudspeaker and said, "Is Agent Tommy Green come to the front? You have a phone call." Well, they used to call us agents when we worked for this department.
Y'all, he looked at me
and I looked at her and said, "Nobody knows I'm in here. Nobody should know I'm in here." I said, "Go ahead and go to the car right now, or go stand up near the front or whatever. I want to be with somebody." And when I picked up the phone, they just hung up on me. And then about 2 weeks later, a guy that we arrested for possession of LSD and a bunch of other stuff threatened me, said, "What are you going to do when you come home and find blood all over your doorstep?" And then he said, "You didn't see me in Walmart the other night either, did you?" He said, "I could have killed you then." So, it was just that sort of thing.
He threatened to mutilate me.
Threatened to mutilate my family and all this. That night I was not a happy camper, and I let him know it. Toyota van, it said here on June the 15th, 1989, a Polaroid photograph of an unidentified woman and boy gagged with black duct tape, seemingly bound, was discovered in the parking lot convenience store at Port St. Joe, Florida. The woman who found the photo said that it was in a parking space where a white windowless Toyota cargo van had been parked when she arrived to the store. She said the van was being driven by a man with a mustache who appeared to be in his 30s. Police set up roadblocks to intercept the vehicle, but the man had never been identified. According to Polaroid officials, the picture had to have been taken after May of 1989 because that particular film used in the photograph was not available until then.
So it was a current picture.
Yeah. Let me show you here. It says the photo was broadcast on Current Affair in July, and her mother was contacted by friends who had seen the show and thought the woman resembled Calico. Relatives of Michael Henley, also of New Mexico, who had disappeared in April 1988, saw the episode and said they believed that he was the boy in the photo. Doyle and Henley's parents both met with investigators and examined the Polaroid, said that she was convinced it was Calico. She also noted that a scar on her woman's leg was identical to one that Calico had received in a car accident. In addition, a paperback copy of V.C. Andrews' Sweet, My Sweet, and Aldrin, I don't know, said that this was Calico's favorite books. It can be seen lying next to the woman.
That was a clue.
That is a big time clue, I think, to her mother.
Yes.
If that photo, and she might have kicked that photo out onto the pavement. That's what I'm thinking. Says Scotland Yard analyzed the photo and concluded the woman was Calico, but a second analyzation at Los Alamos National Laboratory disappeared. The FBI was inconclusive. Henley's mother said she was almost certain it was Michael in the Polaroid. The identification of the boy in the photograph as Henley is considered highly unlikely. His remains were discovered in 1990 in the Zuni Mountains, about 7 miles from the family's campsite from which he had disappeared, 75 miles from Calico's disappearance. Police believe that Henry wandered off and subsequently died of exposure. Now, here's the key to this. Other photos said here, in 2009, 20 years after the Polaroid photo was found and shared with the media, pictures of a boy was sent to St. Joe Police Chief David Barnes. He received 2 letters postmarked June 10th and August the 10th of 2009 from Albuquerque, New Mexico. One letter contained a photo printed on copy paper of a young boy with sandy hair. Someone had drawn black band in ink on the photo over the boy's mouth. That sounds like a cruel joke.
Yes, it does.
As if it was covered with tape from the 1989 picture. A second letter contained the original image of the boy on August the 12th. The Star newspaper in St. Joe received a third letter, also postmarked from Albuquerque on August the 10th, and depicting the same image, a boy with black marker drawn across his mouth. The boy has not been confirmed to be the same one as the previous photo. None of the letters contained a return address or a note indicating the child's identity, making the officials that believe that may have been something to do with the disappearance of Tara Calico. The letters were sent to at the same time, self-proclaimed psychic who had called about Calico, saying that she had met a runaway in California whom she believed worked in a strip club. The girl was eventually murdered. The caller said she had a dream suggesting the runaway may have been Calico. I don't know about all that stuff. I'm telling you, I really don't. But let me go up here. I want to show you this. This is Port St. Joe, the city. I mean, it's a little small city on the Gulf of Mexico, Florida.
Why am I fuzzy?
And this right here is the bigger picture. I don't know.
I'm fuzzy.
Yeah.
And green.
And green. I don't know. Must be something of those lights. But Port St. Joe is just south of Tallahassee and just east of Panama City Beach. Okay.
I'm sorry, Maggie.
See here where I'm at.
Let's see if this is any better.
I lost my place. Hold on just a minute.
You lost your place? No, I'm still green. What the heck? You look good.
All right, and this is another thing it said here. There was 2 other photos that possibly of Calico. One was surfaced over the years, and it was in a construction site in California. It was a blurry photo of a girl's face with tape covering her mouth. But it had a blue striped pillow like that was in the van, and her eyes were covered, more glaze, and large black frame glasses, and a male passenger. That was the other photo. Anyway, this was also similar to the one in Toyota van. And then another photo was sent in that was blurred, and they think that was a cruel joke. But this is the other photo. Let me see if I can find this photo. This is the other photo that was sent in, and it's got that blue and white pillow looking thing in it, and it's got the lazy eye like hers. It's got a lazy eye. But this is the photo from the van again, right here. And, it's kind of odd that the book is the one that she really liked, so she could actually have put that there prior to being taped up again and, transported. And this is a closer picture. You can tell that, that girl looks scared in that picture. I'm going to tell you. The boy, I don't know. I don't know who he is or what, really. But she looks scared. To me, she does. She's got that kind of a terror in her eyes to me. But I think it's real weird is she's got the scar, identical place, and the book was her favorite book that she used to like to read. So it was kind of like a message, I think. And this is her picture, her like senior portrait picture. It's just another thing about she was.
I agree, T.S. Jackson. She looks dazed to me too, like they've got her doped up.
Yeah, she may have been. These are basically the same thing, talking about the Polaroid, and it's just basically the same thing. They didn't get other information about it. The big thing about this, you look at that, the two things on this page, there's the mother believes it's her because of the scar, and because isn't that kind of ironic? A paperback book, copy of that book that was one of her favorite books was laying beside her. To me, that is huge. That is really, really huge to me. If you were...
The chances of that are what? 1 in a billion?
Well, I don't know, but the chances, you know what I mean? If the only other thing it could be is somebody faked it. But I just don't. That girl didn't look like it's fake. Plus, it was found right where a cargo van was parked. What it reminds me of this. Maybe she knew. Maybe she's being transported. Maybe maybe that this is where they were kept in this van, and she was allowed to be untaped and everything, except when they're traveling. And then maybe she says, "Okay, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna see if I can." Maybe she found that picture. She decided to kick it out the door, and maybe she's looking right at. Who knows? But I just think it's really very strange. This is some of her pictures of her, and you can see,
drugged.
huh?
Somebody says she does look drugged.
Yeah. And this is FBI's thing here, and I could not for the life of me read this. Can you see that, Dina?
Let me see. What? I see pictures of her. What? Oh, wait. Okay, that. Oh, Lord, no.
It was blurry to me.
It's very blurry. There ain't no way.
And that's on the FBI page. And this is the city that she was from. It was it's mostly desert. Down here to the bottom left-hand corner is still in the jurisdiction of that little town is desert, and it's a very, very small town. Very small town. In New Mexico.
Where the picture was found?
No, picture was found in Port St. Joe, right here.
What is that?
This Port St. Joe. This is a map. The first one's where she took her bike ride.
Oh.
Her city.
Yeah, Aaron, I agree. Nobody could read that.
No, but if you go back to this shot.
Is that a cruise? Did they cruise out of there?
No. Port St. Joe, no.
But they could have put her on a boat and took her out of there.
I don't think they have a cruise out of Port St. Joe. But it's a Florida. You know how I said, the coastline of Florida is all kinds of human trafficking.
What was that book we listened to?
Yeah.
Tell them. That's one. Unforgotten? No.
Something like that. But see her face right there? She does look drugged. She does look upset. It does, to me, look like her. I don't know. Look at her nose and her eyes. She supposedly has a sleepy eye on that one too. But look at her nose, her eyes, and her forehead. And you look at this, the nose, eyes, and the forehead. But she's all made up right there too. It's difficult. But the mother looked at it and said that was her. So I think I would trust the mother's judgment in this. But the Walkman, they said they found part of the Walkman like 18 miles from her home, but it was on that bike ride trail, and the actual tape was Boston from Boston band Boston. It was one of her favorites, and it was only 3 miles from the house. So, but here's another thing. One theory. A sheriff had a theory that some boys that were harassing her, some teenage boys, and that these teenage boys might have accidentally hit her with a truck and then took her out and killed her. Let me see if I can find that. But yeah, here's the thing. Why take the bike? You know what I'm saying? They took the bike. I'm trying to find it here. Give me just a second here. That book, though, is the key to me. These about the psychic and all that. Yeah, here 20 years after the disappearance. See, according to the sheriff there, some boys knew her drove up behind her in her truck, and some form of car accident followed. Now this is theory from him. I don't know why he would say this. Later died, and those responsible covered up the crime. He states he knows the names of those involved, but that without a body, he cannot make a case. That is total, you know what, in my opinion. He has not released whatever evidence he led him to this conclusion. No arrests have been made, and the case remains open. Calico's stepfather, John Dole, has disputed these claims, saying that the sheriff should not have made these comments if he's not willing to arrest anyone. That is strong circumstantial evidence should be enough for a conviction. I agree with him. If he's got the names of the boys and they've got enough evidence on that, somebody's talking to him. If that's the case, then I think he should be able to make an arrest, you know. But whoever or whatever happened, they took her bike too. That's what, because they didn't find her.
They didn't want that bike to be found.
No, they didn't want the bike to be found. So,
did her mother recognize the clothing?
Only thing I heard was the mother looked at the picture, looked at her legs, the fact that she did have an identical scar, looked at the fact that she had a lazy eye in the picture also, and identified her as the girl in the picture. And here's the thing: if my son or young son or daughter had been kidnapped, I would want to be 100% sure that was her before I say, yeah, that's her. So I would just make that, and I think
it's okay. They're just showing off out there.
I think
Come
that
come here, Maggie. They're just showing off. That's all.
That he's more of a, the mother's gonna make sure, because she doesn't want just assume that that's her, But the fact, one, that the bike was gone, the fact that the tape was put one spot, and then the Waltman was in another spot. And I can't understand, though, what if the sheriff's got evidence that there was an accident and maybe she was hurt, and then they took her off and killed her and disposed of the body, then I think that's enough. I mean, somebody's talking to him, an informant's talking to him. So I don't know. It's just a weird. And then if this is not her in the picture, who is that? You know. And I heard I watched a. I don't like 60 Minutes. I get to where I can't hardly watch that show for a lot of reasons, but they had a thing on UFOs and how Navy pilots were seeing all these UFOs, and we'll talk about that some other time. But I have seen a lot of weird stuff at night out there that I can't identify. That's all I'll say. When I was working midnight shift all the time. Yeah, I hear you. But on the backstory, they were talking about facial recognition. I don't know why you're blurry.
I'm green.
You're green and you're blurry. But they say that they're running a lot of these facial recognition, and then they're trying to get, bring somebody up on charges. Your mic's muted too, Dina. You need to unmute yourself.
Well, can they hear me?
No, if your mic's muted.
Y'all can't hear me.
Nope, not if your mic's muted.
Listen.
And then dog. So,
Hush.
Dina, unmute your mic.
Okay.
So they were talking about facial recognition. I don't know why they can't do facial recognition, even with something over the mouth. They still, from here up, normally this is main thing when they look at a lot of facial recognition. The eyes are big. You know how sometimes you want to disguise somebody? You put something over the eyes. That's the way they'll do it. Because if you can't see their eyes, you can't positively identify. I don't know. So I don't know why they don't run at least some type of facial recognition on it and see if they can. But her mother says it's her. Okay, everybody says they can hear you, so I don't know.
It's just you having a hard time.
I can't hear you at all, so it doesn't matter.
You can't see me either.
I can't see you either.
Thanks, TS. Hey. Hey. Listen, that is us talking.
Come here a minute.
Y'all, we will get used to this.
Oh, Gracie, see that dog in there? See that dog?
I don't care.
Huh?
Now you're going to get complaints picking up the dog. Distractions.
But if
Mexico Beach. Sketty, Mexico Beach got wiped out. Have they built back at all? We had a friend that had condos down there.
Yeah, Mexico Beach is like wiped off the map.
I think, there just one structure?
One or two houses. Yeah, one or two structures that were happening. But
they said, "Oh, Gracie, they like Gracie. They like you."
But it's very. I mean, I think it's. I mean, let's just assume that this is not her. I mean, this ought to be playing on the nightly. I mean, this ought to be around everywhere because it's just.
Okay. Yes,
I don't understand.
Don't need no sugar. I'll Eskimo kiss you, but I will not. No. Well, Eskimo, but don't kiss.
It's weird that she'll Eskimo kiss. She'll put her head down and the dog will just bump noses with her. Eskimo kiss. But if that's not her daughter, then who is that? That's my thing. And who is the boy? Daughter. Who's the little boy too?
This was in 19. When did this happen? 89. We know it's been going on for a long time. That's 31 years, Tommy. Dakota was born
I looked
in 89.
Yeah, well, I looked at this the other day. The first reported missing person recorded. First one ever recorded in the United States was 1910. A woman went missing in 1910.
Okay.
Recorded. Sure. I'm sure there were a lot of them. I mean, we know that.
What year did they find the pictures?
What?
What year did they find the picture? 1980? 1989? They went missing in 88 and 89 what? All these dates running together.
Let's see. disappeared in
July of '89.
no September 20th of
Oh,
1988,
sorry. I read
and
kidnapped.
she was believed to be kidnapped. But in July '89, a Polaroid was found.
So that was almost a year. She'd been
almost a
missing.
year later, and
Candlely, he does have a
and
cute
in
distraction
July
with a
that
couple
would
of
be in the heat of the summer, when most of your tourists be down there. So it could have been anything.
could have been human trafficking where they delivered her up to different motels.
Never know.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm done with this old world. Anytime Jesus wants to split the eastern sky wide open, he can. I mean, he doesn't need my permission, but I'm ready.
Toyota van, cargo van.
These poor children. What are we doing to our children?
I'm not sure about these letters that whoever did sent those letters. Unless that somebody knew about it and they were trying to. Yeah, I mean, if somebody knew about it and they were trying to get these people picked up, wouldn't they tell addresses and who was involved and all this other kind of stuff? And I don't know. It's just very strange. I would like to look into it further, but I know that it's been covered by a few people as of late. Who's the dog? Who's the person that sent me the dog? We
Leslie?
appreciate. Huh?
Leslie.
Leslie sent me this picture of her dog. That's a pretty
Are you
dog.
into doing dogs? It's almost 8 o'clock.
The ears are almost as big as the dog's head.
Look how sweet.
That's a pretty dog. Yeah. Well, it's been an hour, and I'm sorry for the first 15 minutes that were wasted on trying to figure out how to get my volume to quit echoing, but we are working on that, and we will figure it out. What?
Let's talk about Patricia.
What?
Let's talk about Patricia. Let's talk about Patricia.
Patricia.
No, wait. Was it Susan?
I don't want to talk about any of those.
Wait. I got to do my back pocket.
Huh?
I got to do my back pocket.
What?
The letter.
How did you get the letter in your back pocket?
I tore it out of the hand.
Did you really?
Yeah, I really did.
Oh,
because
God.
when you're feeling bad about yourself, if you feel like you can't do anything right, I can show you that letter.
You better not have
from your
kept
high
that.
school sweetheart.
You better not
before
have
me,
kept that.
Before it was our daughter's decision. She said, "Mom, get it and keep it just in case he ever feels bad about himself."
You're kidding me. I'm going to call Mindy right now.
He said,
Where's my phone?
He said so she can
Where's
read.
my phone?
No, you ain't calling her while you're on here. So you can read it and realize.
You serious?
Stop.
Let's see it.
You can realize
Let's see
that
it.
you are the teacher of love.
Don't go there.
The teacher of love. Y'all, he's the teacher of love.
Oh, you crazy.
I got it. I'll show you when we get to the house.
I did show this picture. I'll show you a picture of, that was a picture of me and my drug unit when I worked. We took this picture posing like a group of gang members in a heroin search warrant we just did. We had just done it.
Hey, Beach Bum said the RVing trips start next week and drama.
Yeah.
More drama.
And
look at that good looking
all
guy.
of these people in this photo are retired, except for the middle one I'm with the curly headed. If you looking at the picture, the one to the right, he was my partner in narcotics. The one to the left also was my partner at one time. But the one to the right is a defense attorney right now. The rest of them are retired.
Yeah, if y'all watch anything about the news, you will find that he is a big defense attorney.
He's my buddy. Brother by another mother.
Hey, he wants to know if you'll remember this trip out of town.
Do what? That
love it.
is
Thank y'all.
funny.
Thank y'all for helping me
Funny,
keep this
funny,
going.
funny. Funny, funny,
Says,
funny.
Raphael said, I should have, Beach Bum said, I should have taken Tommy a new shovel.
Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you.
Y'all, he dug that hole deep that day.
You better not have cut that out of that book. I'm going to be.
I didn't cut it out of the book. I tore it out.
You serious?
May God strike me dead if I'm lying. I promise.
Why?
I have.
I'm going to call Mindy.
Because Mindy said it will make you smile and make you feel good. Y'all, when Mindy was 4 years old, we used to watch Connie Chung on the nightly news, and she was worried that if Connie Chung came to town, her daddy would leave us for Connie Chung because he loved Connie Chung. That's what she told me. Daddy loves Connie Chung.
Oh, she was crazy.
She told me to move to the river house one time. My father-in-law had a river house. She told me to move to the river house. She wanted her daddy by herself. And I said, well, who's going to cook for you? She said, you can come home and cook and clean every day, but you have to go back at night. The love of kids.
Oh, me and my daughter, she's a daddy's girl, ain't no doubt. But she put me in my place now.
What does she call you?
She calls me a grouch.
Mm-hmm.
And I call her a grouch.
They're both grouches.
But she'll put me in my place now, though.
Y'all, I was going through our pictures. Y'all, we've got 48 years of pictures. And I see how we've aged and how we've matured. Well, some of us, and how we've grown.
No, but see, you don't. I think the Lord makes your eyes go bad because you forget about that. How you look.
The attorney's name is Robert Tooten. Tuten.
What?
Robert Tooten.
Yeah, he's the attorney now.
If you know any police officers that need a good attorney, he's the one. He
was a cop for about 8 years with me.
Connie Chung actually personally called my house once, but that's another story, said T.S. Jackson. Well, if she calls again, get her phone number so Tommy can call her.
Hi. Now, do you really have something with you?
No, I don't have it on me, but yes, I have it.
We're not sharing that.
I'll hold it up for everybody to read.
No, we're not either.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway.
All right, so we love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
What day?
On Tuesday, but after we start traveling, we're going to probably, at one time, I don't know when, but we are probably going down to 2 days a week just because I'm going to be editing more video. And speaking of editing, I got to go over there and start editing another video, but we'll see you unless something happens, breaking or whatever.
Thanks,
but this weekend.
Hey, y'all, I made a strawberry cobbler last night with fresh strawberries. And I did not cut them up small. I cut them up in half, and the strawberries were about this big around. You can ask Tommy and my daddy. That was a great cobbler. Double crusted, just
Okay.
do something.
All right. I'm unmuted, and I don't know about you. You got to unmute yourself.
Beach Bum, he unplugged something before.
I unplugged it before I was supposed to. All right. Well, we love y'all, and we will see you next week. We'll see you next week, and hope you have a great weekend. Good night.
Frank.